Hey guys, and welcome back to HM Innovations. Today we're going to teach you how to make a homemade hookah. For this you're going to need the hookah hose, also a 12-inch copper pipe. You can find this at any hardware store. Also a plastic tubing that you can also find at the hardware store. This was $1.50 for 2 feet, and all you really need is about 3 to 4 inches. So it's not going to be too expensive. Then you're going to need to find an alcohol bottle. We're using Sky Vodka. You can use anything that you want. Make sure that it has a cap on it and you can replace it. Also, you're going to need a rubber stopper, and you can find this for about 35 cents at any hardware store. And it has to be the same size as the base of your hookah bowl, because that's going to prevent the hookah liquids from coming out and leaking all over the table, or preventing air from coming in, or any of the above. So we're going to place that at the top of the hookah and just make sure that it fits up there properly. The first thing that we're going to have to do is grab the rubber stopper. And using a drill bit, we're going to drill a small hole down the center, and it has to be the same widthness as your copper pipe. Otherwise, this is not going to work. Once you make the hole in the center, you're going to grab your copper pipe, place the pipe in the center of the rubber stopper, put it about halfway in, and just make sure that it's nice and snug and it's not going to be moving around. The next thing is grabbing the cap of your alcohol bottle, and you're going to drill a hole the exact same size as the rubber stopper, because you're going to place the pipe down the center of that hole as well. Just make sure that it goes all the way to the back, and it's going to be right next to the rubber stopper. That's also going to prevent air from coming in or leaking out or anything like that. This is what it's going to look like at the end. Now the next thing is grabbing a drill bit that's going to be used for drilling a hole on the side of our base. And this is a glass drill bit. They have diamond tips, and all they do is actually scrape away at the glass until you have a hole that's going to fit right on the side. You're not going to crack the glass or anything. It'll look something like this once you're done with it. Just make sure that you wash the bottle out with water and rinse everything out, because you don't want to have any small pieces of glass floating around inside the water while you're using the hookah. You can put everything together, and you can kind of see how everything's going to work out here in a minute. The next thing that you have to do is grab the plastic tubing that I was talking about earlier and cut about 3 to 4 inches from the top, and we're going to place that on the outside of our hose, probably about half an inch onto the hose. This is how it looks. We used rubber cement to glue everything down at the end, and we also burned the tip of it at the end, so it's going to keep it in place and it's not going to be coming around or coming loose. And we're going to place that inside that hole that we made, and the plastic is actually going to make it flexible, so you're not going to be breaking the glass as people are using the hookah and they're moving it around. This is how everything looks once it's completed. You have the tubing on the side, you also have the bowl, and everything is organized, and it's ready to be used. All you got to do now is put in a plastic sleeve or any type of sleeve or cover around the actual hose, and so you make the hookah, guys, perfectly fine to use. Just make sure that you wash it thoroughly and you don't have any glass bits coming around, otherwise that can hurt you. But anyways, thank you for watching. You can visit us at hm-innovations.com for further projects.